the key to turn it back to balance. It does not matter you're shooting a very complex shot that requires a lot of your mental and physical activity, but now you have the ability of multitask in this process. Hey everyone, I have a real-time example of some of the things we talk about, and I was okay, I'm just gonna put the cell phone here and shoot this, how I deal with this process. I just came back from a really nice trip. It was my first time getting to see the sequoias at the Sequoia National Park. So I came back in bliss. It was totally amazing. And on my way back, I'm already thinking, okay, this is a promise to myself. I keep this piece with me. And as soon as I get here, I got a last minute job. I'm shooting tonight, overnight tonight. And they sent me the script. And as I'm reading it, my heart starts pumping really fast. A lot of times I was just gonna forget about it and finish reading the story because I need to know it by tonight and get ready for this job, and I was just gonna ignore it and keep going. But then I decided, okay, this is me doing what I do, so I will stop and pay attention to this. So my heart's pumping hard, and when we're in the middle of the situation, sometimes we completely ignore and we keep going, and your heart's gonna keep reacting to something that's, in this case, very subconscious. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe something in the story that it's a little trigger or something. Maybe you don't know, maybe you know. But the point is your physical body reacting to something, even if you know it or not, what's the cause of it, you can stop, look at it. So now I'm paying attention to my heart. It's pumping fast. And then I go back, sit straight, and just pay attention. It's still fast, but it starts slowly changing a little bit. And in my first reaction, I don't control my breathing. I just look at it, pay attention on how fast it's beating. And I don't worry anymore about asking myself why this is happening. It is happening. It's my body answering to something. So I pay attention now, if it makes sense to this moment, to how you're feeling, if it's not spreading to. So if you let this happen and you don't either interrupt or stop to think about it or not think about it and just breathe, there's a possibility it could increase, you noticing or not, could spread this relationship to other parts of your body. So this will become a tight muscle. It will become something else, a bothered stomach or intestines. Something else has to take the weight that you're not stopping to look at. So I won't allow my body to do this because now I am paying attention to it. Hey, heart, this is how you're beating. It's cool. I'm here and I'm listening. And now if it makes sense, I start thinking of my breath, increasing the length of inhalations, holding the breath in between if it makes sense. If it agitates your heart even more, just don't. So that's how it's important. There is no recipe for this breathing technique depending on what's happening to you right now. If it's an anxiety reaction, if you try to control your breath, it will increase the anxiety. So how do I breathe? How do I improve my lung capacity here in a way that will manage the first body physical reaction to whatever was happening, knowing you or not? It's important. Also, I like to put my hands, because the tactile feedback, the nurturing aspect of it, yes, it's an emotional thing, but it's also a chemical thing. Your body responds to the touch. So again, first, I do not control the breath, just pay attention, both in my breath and the heart beating. And then if I sense the heart's coming back to normal, I start controlling a little bit more my breath, increasing the length and the depth of the inhalation. Maybe holding for a few seconds in between. And then exhaling, relaxing everything. A lot of your shoulders. My shoulders were really tight. Now I feel, as much as I relaxed the shoulders, I felt I could relax my hands down. My heart knows it's held. If you have it in you, you can come up with nurturing concepts, emotional concepts like, hey heart, I love you. You are held. You are safe. You can say things like that if they sound okay to you. If they don't make sense to you initially, you could force and say it if you think that makes sense. We got to experiment. Each one of us is different. And for some of us, this will sound very ridiculous. And your system's going to fight against it. So just the breath is your tool, is your best friend. So you don't have to say anything if it doesn't make sense saying it right now. But when it makes sense, you can totally embrace yourself as if you are the adult taking care of this kid that's having an emotional reaction right now that she doesn't know yet how to deal, how to respond. Is just a natural thing. It's a body, chemical, physical, and emotional reaction to something, to a thought, to something your mental aspect perceived as threatening, perceived as something that's probably not what it is in reality. So it's reacting to something that's not even real. That's why one of the best tools is just stop. Maybe if it works for you, another tool is look at yourself in the mirror. I do have a big mirror for that kind of things. You can look at the mirror and say, I'm with you. I love you. I'm here. I approve of myself. I like that one. Or nothing, or just look into your eyes. Or if this is scary for you right now, you don't have to start with the mirror. Just stay here. I got you. Maybe you give yourself a hug. I got you, you're safe. And just increase the depth of your inhalation and extend your exhalation. By slightly closing your mouth or fully with your lips closed, and just through your nostrils you exhale, constricting the back of your throat. Something else that I'm always going to insist is in the back straight, the head sitting comfortably, balanced on top of your body, chin parallel to the ground, because this opens your shoulders. This also physically sends real clean signs to your brain that you're safe, you're in control. Posture. Posture is enlightenment. And that sentence is not mine. And you're still gonna feel, my heart here is still pounding. And it's okay. You can lay your bare foot on the ground, feel the floor. And just keep breathing. If this is unsustainable, you could also go to lay down for a little bit. I like lay down on the ground, flat, hard floor. That helps grounding too. And this is a very simple situation. You might be thinking, oh my God, she's having a panic attack. Nothing like that. It's a very simple, just accelerated heart beatings. And it could just go away anyways if I kept doing my stuff. But the thing is, we're also using this as an exercise, as our tool to improve your awareness on your body. So now, from now on, this is just practice. This is training. So you're doing both things at the same time, taking care of what's going on right now. And even if it's a simple thing or a complex thing, it doesn't matter. The tool is the same. The breath is the best. And then this can also be your exercise to improve your ability to listen to your body. Now, even if nothing wrong's happening, just regular life, this ability becomes your ability to read everything better, not only yourself. And you start using it as your key to understand other aspects of yourself. How much should I eat at this moment? And it becomes intrinsic. Now you made it conscious just to go back to being unconscious again. But now your unconscious is balanced, is in equanimity with every system in your body. So now while you're eating, you know when to stop without even thinking about it. If that's just one example. Now, you know when it's time to go to bed. You don't postpone things. Everything else, your activities, your day-to-day work, or it's kind of boring to read that script, whatever, then I keep postponing, or reading that thing that I need to, or doing that thing that I need to, and I keep postponing. You understand why you're doing that, even if it's already in a subconscious level. Again, because you have practiced enough with simple things like this moment right now, just breathing. Now it becomes what helps me to understand everything else. With time, you start noticing, what am I bringing to my awareness to make it conscious? So now it's my conscious physical mind thinking, processing, trying to fix, to resolve. And we don't get too deep into that. We just relax. We don't have to understand the causes. It's conscious. Now I have the instruments, the breathing, the awareness of my body, the ability, the key to turn it back to balance. It slowly goes back to unconscious. And now the fixing process is automatic. Now it comes from the subconscious together with the whatever caused it. I just love it. It's so cool. So just by saying this now and sharing the process, I'm becoming excited about it. I'm happy about it. What happens to my physical body? Back to balance. So the choice of tool here, of course, it will vary. It depends on where you are. Of course, it could be something not as cool happening in the middle of work, and you would say, yeah, it's nice because you're at home and now you can just stop and breathe. Who told you cannot stop and breathe in the middle of work? And nobody has to know. If it makes sense to share, of course you share, but it's just, that's why the breathing is one of the best ones, because you can use it whenever you want. It's in between shots. You can even close your eyes. It's during the shot. While you're so able to do this so well, you start incorporating anyways. It does not matter. You're shooting a very complex shot that requires a lot of your mental and physical activity at the same time, in camera operating, let's say. But now you have the ability of multitask in this process, because your body remembers how to do it. It's not something that you're learning now. You already know, but we need to remind ourselves how it works within this equanimity, bringing it back, the physical, emotional, and mental, and the energy levels to talk the same language. I love it. So we use the breathing. I don't want to put everything in the same box here, but some other times we'll bring more of the things that brings us joy. I'm using this right now. The fact that I decided to share all this while I'm having the thing brings me joy. because by sharing, you also organize your thoughts, and this is part of the puzzle too. It's part of the mental puzzle that always, as always, connected to the emotional, starts rebalancing the emotion. Now I stop and feel my heart again. Now I can consciously, mentally attribute to this heart beating frequency here excitement instead of anxiety. Got it? Who did this shift? Who did the shift from anxiety to excitement? You answer this question. Much love.